Welcome, basketball fans, to Bulldogs TV for tonight's exciting matchup. We're broadcasting live from the heart of Bulldog Nation, where the atmosphere is electric and the stakes are high. Get ready as we bring you a thrilling game between your Bulldogs and the Soldan Tigers. Each team has showcased tremendous talent this season, and tonight's game promises to be filled with spectacular plays, clutch moments, and of course some fierce competition. As we gear up, let's take a quick look at what to expect. The Bulldogs varsity head coach is Coach Chapman, and he recognizes that the Bulldogs had a challenging season last year with a record of 7 wins and 10 losses. Last season, the Bulldogs played against Soldan twice. On December 9th, 2024, the score was 61-44, and on February 17th, 2025, it was 47-46. Let's go over some of the keys to the game. Lariah, what are the keys to the game for the Bulldogs? Well, let's see. We have shot selection. We're going to have hustle, 50 for 50. They want to make sure that they're maintaining that hustle, and then they're also going to want to make sure that they protect the paint. Now, Lariah, we do want to know, what are the keys for the Soldan Tigers?
Well, I think attacking the paint, using their size, and perimeter shot are key points to the Soldan Tigers securing a win today, since they're obviously at a height advantage against our Bulldogs.
No, that's definitely a very important point. And each teams are really going to be going against each other to see how they're going to maintain everything, really match up, and hopefully we can end here with the Bulldogs getting a win. Now, this year, the Bulldogs enter the court with a record of 0-2. They last played against Brentwood on December 3rd, losing 40-33 against the Veritas Christian Academy on December 4th, losing in a close contest, 47-45. With a new addition to the team, Albert Hawkins, who has been lighting up the scoreboard already this season with a season-high score against the VCA. Let's just say this will be a tight game, with both teams being very hungry for a win. On the other side, the Tigers of Soldan enter with a current record of 1-0. Last year, the Soldan team had a record of 11-10. Both coaches have prepared extensively for this game, each wanting to outsmart the other with their strategies. With defense that can lock down opponents and offense that can explode at any moment, fans can expect a nail-biting thriller from tip-off to final buzzer. My name is Jared Carter, along with my partner, Lariah Washington. Now, we're excited to see what the coach has for tonight's game. We have a lot of things going on, a lot of movement, and we're excited to really see what is going to happen and what the coach is expecting for his team, for the players, and for the opposing team as well. So let's send it over to our sideline reporter to see what the coach is expecting for tonight. Lena, over to you.
Thank you, Jared, for bringing it right on over to me. Today I'm here with the top coach, Coach Chapman. Would you like to say?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah, and today I just wanted to ask you, what is it like getting your players motivated even during the off season?
It's a process, really. A lot of times we gotta really get the kids in the gym a little earlier, and during the summertime, you know, kids wanna have fun. So it's kind of difficult getting them into the gym to buy for a season that's months away. But we did a great job. I mean, getting the kids here, had some good workouts, and they should be ready.
So what would you say is the hardest part of coaching all these different types of personalities?
Jesus, you just said it, the personalities. So you gotta learn how to be like, treat everybody right, but you can't treat everybody the same. So some kids you gotta be harder on, and other kids might take it more personal. Some kids are more sensitive, so you gotta have a good balance while coaching. So yeah.
That's a really good mindset.
Yeah, I know your kids, man.
Lastly, I would like to ask, what advice do you have for our young athletes listening to this from home?
Just work hard and trust in the work. Work hard and stay consistent. That's my main thing. It's like reading a book. You can start a book yesterday, but did you finish, you know, in 30 days, or are you still on page 1? So stay consistent and track the progress.
Yeah, I totally love that you have such a hard work ethic, and thanks again for coming out, Head Coach Chapman, and thank you again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Going back to Jared Carter.
All right. Thank you so much, Lena, and thank you, Coach Chapman. Those are definitely some inspiring words for the young athletes out there. hopefully we can see how his coaching has really improved the Bulldogs in tonight's varsity game. Again, it'll definitely be an exciting matchup. Lariah, are you excited about tonight's game?
Absolutely, Jarrett. I'm so excited to see the improvement the Bulldogs have made throughout the season. Last year, they really struggled on defense because they were getting so many fouls. They were jumping the ball too early. They weren't communicating. They were watching the ball and not the players. And I think that will really improve based on what we saw from a scrimmage a few days prior. I believe that was Friday. And just based on the players overall, we have players like Albert Hawkins, Chase Meeks, Keneal Simpson, really bringing a light to the team and scoring points and giving the team what they need.
Yeah, no, that's really important. And they just came off of a junior varsity win, so hopefully they can fuel on that as they move forward into tonight's game. Now, we're really excited to see what happens for tonight. We have a really great game coming up underway, and we're seeing the coaches go over some of their starting lineup setup. And we have the officials discussing everything, but for the Bulldogs starting five, we'll have Keneal Simpson, number 12, Jalen Barnes-Wilcox, number 0, Christian Jones, number 1, Albert Hawkins, number 10, and Carmel Moore, number 11. Lariah, what about the Tigers of Soldan?
For the Tigers, we have number 5, Monroe, number 4, Simmons, number 20, Shorty, number 20, Perkins, and number 23, Barnes.
So we definitely have a lot of interesting players here for tonight. A strong freshman presence for the Bulldogs as well. So it'll be intriguing seeing how their hard work just to make it onto the varsity team pays off in tonight's game. All right, we are getting ready for the tip-off. So as we're about to start, grab your snacks, settle in, and let's enjoy a game together. The fans are on their feet, the energy is palpable, and the players are ready to give it their all. Let the battle begin. And for the tip-off, we have Wilcox and Monroe. Goes over to the Tigers. We have Peoples with the ball. Peoples being guarded by Dixon. Now it's over to Hall. Hall all the way back over to Peoples. Peoples still with the ball. Peoples with a 3, no good. We had it rebounded there by Shorter. Shorter passes back over to Hall.
The Bulldogs seem to be playing a man-to-man defense.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to lock down on defense. Hopefully they can get the Tigers out of their end of the court before the end of this quarter. Avoid letting the Tigers get points this early on in the game. Now we're going to have Peoples passing the ball in for the Tigers. He passes over to Shorter, who passes over to Halls.
3.
Peoples puts it up.
No good. Soldan retrieves the break ball. They drive, kick, slips right through their fingers. Bulldogs get possession of the ball.
Yeah, Booker passed it there, but it seems like there was some miscommunication with the team. It went straight out of bounds.
Now communication is going to be key for the Bulldogs in this game. They've struggled previously with it, and you could really see the toll it took, especially on their defense.
Absolutely. And we just saw Dixon put it up. It was no good, though, rebounded by the Tigers. Right now we have Peoples with the ball. He's looking for his opening over to Halls. Halls is driving in, but the Bulldogs locked down on that defense.
Jump ball call. Bulldogs get possession of the ball again. They seem to be playing some strong defense today. They have a good rotation.
Yeah, they're moving it around fast. We have Hawkins back over to Simpson. Simpson stolen by the Tigers. We just had Halls make that steal. We just saw it go out of bounds there on the Bulldogs. So we're going to have Peoples passing the ball in. Now it's over to Hall. All passing back over to Peoples. He's being guarded by Simpson.
Simpson's on the ball hard.
Yeah, Peoples over to Hall there. He's being guarded by Dixon. The Bulldogs are using some really aggressive defense. They're locking everything down on their end of the court.
You know, they say key to a good offense is a good defense.
That's definitely true. Now we just had more pass over to Hawkins. Hawkins over to Wilcox. Back over to Simpson. Over to Hawkins again. Wilcox holding the ball. Goes for a 2. It's no good. That's rebounded there by Monroe, who passes it over to Peoples. Hawkins doing some defense here.
Foul called on Hawkins. Bulldogs currently have 2 team fouls. Fouls, excuse me.
Yeah, that's not good early on in the game. They would definitely want to avoid that maximum foul as well. Those 5 fouls that end up giving the Tigers a bunch more free throw attempts. Now Shorter went up for a layup. It was rebounded though by Dixon. That was a tall player going up against Dixon, but Dixon really carried himself well.
Dixon has some good drives to the basket tonight. They're just not hitting in. More on the ball.
All right, we just saw that ball get put up by Monroe.
Bulldogs gain possession once again.
We've got a sub for the Tigers. We just had Simmons come in for Shorter. We have Moore with the ball. He's looking for his opening. And a quick pass to Dixon. Simpson. That was a good 2 that we saw right there. First 2 points on the board. We have about 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this first quarter. Now Peoples just tossed it over to Simmons, passed it back to Hall. Hall back to Peoples.
Peoples drives. Jump ball call. Soldan gets possession of the ball.
We'll have Peoples passing it in for the Tigers. Peoples passes over to Simmons, over to Hall. Hall trying to direct the team around there, using some hand signals. Hall's driving in, passes out over the edge, back to the top of the arc. Booker went in there for it, but it's rebounded by Wilcox. Over to Moore, one of our freshman players. Moore over to Hawkins.
Hawkins gets the ball, drives, passes it to Dixon, to Wilcox, to Moore, to Simpson, back to Dixon's, back to Moore for 3. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, we just had that rebounded by Simmons as well. Simmons passes back to Peoples. Peoples over there to Monroe. Good defense from the Bulldogs.
Moore gets the ball and passes it to Simpson. Simpson for 3. No good off the back of the rim. Hawkins gets the rebound.
Fortunately, that rolled out of bounds there. Looked like it was sort of kicked out of bounds. It'll be going over to the Tigers. We have Peoples passing the ball in. Simpson coming up for some defense for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs seem to be reciprocating the defensive energy. Playing high. It's a dangerous game. Pass made.
Yeah, Peoples passed to Simmons, but it went straight out of bounds there.
Timeout on the Bulldogs.
Now, we've seen a lot of action so far in this first quarter. What were 1 or 2 takeaways for you?
Based on what I've seen, I think the Bulldogs need to make sure they're not being sped up by the Tigers. In their scrimmage they had, Coach said they really need to work on their pacing, and I think that can be shown here. They're trying to match the energy when they need to slow down the floor and make sure they're making the right plays and passes. They're getting good passes, but they're rushing their shots. And I think they just need to slow down just a little bit.
Yeah, that control is definitely important because they want to control how everything is moving in the game. Not let themselves get pushed around and moved by the Tigers. That's super important. Now, we would like to mention one of our sponsors, FBLA. FBLA makes sure that our broadcasts are possible. A big thank you to them, supplying the members, the support, the equipment that make these broadcasts possible so that viewers like you can watch it from home. Now we're moving back into the game. We have Hall with the ball right now. He's passing over to Peoples. It seems like those are two key players for the Tigers. They end up passing the ball around a lot.
People guarded by Dixon.
And we just saw that get rebounded by Monroe. That was no good, though.
Foul called on Wilcox.
That's going to send Monroe to the line for 2. First one is up, and it's good.
We have a sub.
Yep, we just had Blue come in for Simmons. Second one is up, no good. The score is now 2-1. There's a little less than 3 minutes in this first quarter of the game. We have Simpson, he's going up for 2, no good. It's rebounded by Blue, passed over to Monroe. Monroe driving in.
Another foul by Wilcox.
Hey, match up! Match up, fellas!
Monroe going to the line again. If he's able to make either of these, then he'll be able to tie the scores. If he's able to make both, the Tigers will take the lead. That first one is good. Now we have some subs. So we got a new Tigers player. And then we also saw Brooks come in for the Bulldogs.
No good off the back of the rim. Dixon gets the rebound after a harsh battle for it. Hawkins takes the ball up.
Yeah, Hawkins passing it over to Simpson. Simpson looking for his opening. Passes out over to Moore, over to Hawkins again.
Hawkins trying to calm the pace of the game. For 3. No good off the back of the rim. Dixon gets the rebound. Passes it to people on accident. Ball just slips out of Blue's hands. Excuse me. Bulldogs gain possession of the ball. Jones in for Moore for the Bulldogs. Hopefully the Bulldogs will be able to slow their pace down. Jones bringing the ball up. Keeping a slow game. Passes it to Hawkins. Dixon gets the ball. Ooh, good pass to Simpson. And 1. That was a great pass by Darius Brooks, number 5 on the Bulldog. That brings Simpson up to the line, shooting for 1. Score is currently 4-2. Tigers call a timeout.
Now we see right here it's 4-2. Bulldogs leading 1 minute and 36 seconds left in the game. It's pretty close here for this first quarter. What do you think the Bulldogs can do to heighten their lead?
I think if we take a look to the fouls, Bulldogs have 4, Tigers only have 1. I think that could be an essential key into winning this game. They've gotten their only 2 points from free throw. So if Bulldogs could cut down on the fouling by staying on the ground, that's a big problem with the Bulldogs. They have a tendency to jump to the ball, which causes for a foul.
All right, we'll take just a moment of break before we come back from this timeout. All right, and we are coming back. Peoples passing over to Blue. Blue back over.
Tigers seem to be trying to speed up the game. Support from our Pommies and cheer teams for our Bulldogs. Simpson playing strong defense. 3 is put up is no good.
Blue to James. James is driving in. He went up, rebounded by Blue.
Another foul for the Bulldogs.
Now, one quick note from this time out. We did sub out Jalen Barnes Wilcox for Christian Jones. Jones was a key player during the junior varsity game, so hopefully he can help the Bulldogs get some points as well during this last minute or so of the first quarter. Now, Blue will be going to the line for 2 free throw attempts here.
Score currently 5-2. His first free throw is no good. Now, before we went on break, Simpson was up to the line and he landed his free throw.
Yeah, that brought the score 5-2. For the Tigers, we did just see Monroe come in for Simmons. Now we're moving back in after the time. We have Hawkins with the ball. Hawkins drove it in, but the Tigers locked it down on defense.
Bulldogs maintain the ball.
Hawkins passing it in for the Bulldogs.
Over the head, steal from Peoples. Jones playing hard defense.
Blue putting it up, no good.
Foul called on the Tigers. Number 23, Blue. Bulldogs taking the ball out.
Hawkins to Jones. Back to Hawkins. Seeing Peoples put on some defense here. We got Dixon with the ball. Over to Simpson, over to Hawkins. Over to Dixon. Hawkins. Hawkins driving in, fakes to Dixon with a 3, no good. Rebounded by James of the Tigers, who passes over to Hall, back over to Peoples. Peoples driving in, and that 2 is good.
Score 5-4. Hawkins throws it up, no good.
So 5-4 in this first quarter. Now we did see the Bulldogs meet that foul limit again. They're going to want to bring down the fouls during this second quarter. That'll be definitely important. But we're seeing the coaches go over some important keys from this first quarter, hopefully prepping them for the next quarter as they move into it. Now, Lariah, we saw a lot of speed from the Bulldogs, and they're definitely going to want to cut down on that. But before we get to that portion, let's do a quick shout out to one of our sponsors. We'll get there in just a moment, get the information pulled up for you. But Our sponsors, A Favor for You LLC. They make celebration signs, so for seniors graduating, for celebrations, birthdays, but A Favor for You is the place to go. Now, their information, if you're hoping to call, 314-830-8060, or you can visit their website, www.afavorforyoullc.com. Now, Loretta, we are talking about speed. What can they do to make sure that they control their speed better in this second quarter?
A key when controlling the pace of the game is knowing when you should speed up and slow down when handling the ball. And that's truly the job of the point guard. So I feel like either Jones or Hawkins needs to take control of the game and just slow them down a little bit. Offensive foul call. Number 3 for the Tigers.
Yep.
Hall.
Hall has been making a lot of the moves there with Peoples. It's interesting to see how well they work together. We're at 7:52 for this second quarter.
Tigers seem to be face guarding Hawkins. The pass is missed. To Peoples. To Blue. Foul is called. And that's where we see the issue of them jumping unnecessarily coming in again.
So they definitely want to be careful with that, especially avoiding those fouls. Now, they each have one foul in this second quarter, but yeah, unnecessary jumping, controlling their speed, what's really going on. Because really, with most sports, that control is important. Being able to make sure that it's staying in your favor, not allowing the enemy to get the best of you. Now, Blue put up one free throw there, and it was good, but this second one was rebounded by Dixon. Now it went over to Brooks. Brooks over to Hawkins to Jones. Jones for a 3.
It's good. Jones seems to be a very strong three-point shooter.
James with the ball right now. We just saw a steal from Hawkins. Hawkins driving in. Pass over to Jones. Jones driving in. Throws out to the top of the arc to Brooks. And it's good.
That was a 2-pointer. His foot was on the line. But it was a very good shot. They've doubled their score in less than a minute.
Yeah, 10-5. And there are still 7 minutes left in this second quarter. Now, right now, we have Hall with the ball. He was being guarded by Jones. Now Simpson. Hall passes in. Passed into James. Back over to Hall. Hall into Blue.
Travel called on Blue. Now, Blue seems to be the primary player in the paint.
That is definitely true. We did just see Booker as well as Shorter come back in for the Tigers. So it'll be interesting to see how that changes up the team dynamic for the Tigers while they go against the Bulldogs. A little less than 7 minutes left in this second quarter. Hawkins passing the ball in for the Bulldogs.
Tigers seems to no longer be pressing.
Hawkins over to Simpson. Simpson looking for his opening. He passes back over to Hawkins.
Tigers have switched to a zone defense.
And we saw it get put up by Brooks. Jones rebounded it. Hawkins with the ball. Back over to Jones. Back to Hawkins again. They're just passing it around the top of the arc. Hawkins passes in, but it is stolen by Monroe.
Seems to have been a miscommunication.
Yes, Peoples with the ball right now. Strong defense from Hawkins.
Tigers call timeout to preserve possession.
So we have about 6 minutes left in this second quarter. Now, the Tigers are going over a couple of things during this timeout. They're trying to make sure that they rethink their strategy. Now, we did see them guarding heavily before when the Bulldogs were passing the ball in, but then they fell back. Now, what are some reasons that the team would pull back like that to focus more on defense on their end of the court?
A team could do that if they realize that the other team has more than one strong ball handler, which our Bulldogs obviously do. I mean, practically everyone on the Bulldogs can handle the ball very well. So, which could lead them to pressing the ball in a zone defense instead of full court. In addition, Tigers were missing long throws in their full press, so that could also be another reason the coach decided to pull back.
Well, we'll see if it works out for the Tigers, but so far it's definitely been working out for the Bulldogs. Look forward to seeing them maintain that as we come back from the timeout. We're going to have Hall passing it in for the Tigers, Jones guarding him on the Bulldogs end. Hall over to Peoples.
Peoples gets the ball
back
again.
Over to Peoples.
Jones playing strong defense. And Dixon. Blocked by Jones. Simpson gets the ball. Passes it back to Jones. Tigers seem to have gone to man defense. Travel called on Brooks. He seemed to have moved with the ball after the ball was being snatched away from him.
Yes, and we just had more. He just came in for Hawkins. We'll see how that affects the dynamic of this game so far. Now we have Peoples with the ball for the Tigers. He passes in over the blue. We have Hall with the ball. Hall passes out to the corner. Gets put up by Booker. But it is rebounded instead by Brooks. Now we have Jones with the ball for the Bulldogs.
Trying to get a fast break. And Tigers get the ball.
Now, that was an impressive steal that we just saw. And we have Peoples with the ball.
More pressing. Staying on the ball. Shot goes up. 3 is good. Score is 10-8.
Jones with the ball for the Bulldogs. Jones over to Brooks. Brooks passing over to Simpson. Almost lost it there. Back over to Jones. Jones over to Moore again. Back over to Brooks.
Jones cuts. Dixon gets the ball. Loses it. Passes it to Simpson.
Simpson to Moore. Moore over to Dixon. He drives in. Passes back out to Simpson. Jones now with the ball. Simpson putting it up. No good. Rebounded by Shorter. Shorter passes in over to Monroe. Monroe drives in, puts it up, and it's good. Simpson passing the ball in for the Bulldogs. Now we have Jones. We have 3 minutes and about 40 seconds left. The scores are 10-10. Jones with the ball over to Moore. Stolen. Stolen by Booker, puts it up, and it's good.
Bulldogs seem to be getting fatigued.
That is not good during the first half of the game. They still have 2 more quarters to go after this.
That's what happens when you play a man defense. Simpson up for 2. It's good. Hard lay. Score 12-12. Bulldogs might want to focus on widening that gap.
Peoples with the ball, puts it up for 3. No good. Rebounded by Dixon.
Dixon gets a lot of rebounds today.
Dixon over to Moore. Moore passing over to Simpson. Simpson puts it up for 3. No good. Now we did just see Booker try to rebound that, but it went straight out of bounds.
We have some subs for the Tigers.
Yeah.
Number
For the
11,
Bulldogs, we
James.
can just see Wilcox and Hawkins come over for Brooks and Dixon. And then our new players for the Tigers are Simmons and James. Hawkins passing the ball in for the Bulldogs over to Jones.
Jones maintains the ball.
Seeing some heavy defense from the Tigers. Jones over to Hawkins. Over to Wilcox, puts it up, and it's good.
And one!
Another great layup that we just saw for the Bulldogs.
From senior Jalen Wilcox.
Yes, and we just saw a foul as well on Simmons, so Wilcox will go to the line for a free throw attempt.
Shooting one.
It's up.
No good.
Rebounded by Monroe. And guarded by Hawkins here. Monroe driving through. Pushes it out over to James.
Carry called.
Going over to the Bulldogs, passing it in. We'll have Jones.
Tigers seem to be pressing full court again.
Jones over to Moore. Moore back over to Jones. Over to Simpson, back over to Jones, who puts it up for three, and it's good.
Score 17-12. Bulldogs leading.
Yeah, nothing but net there in that three-pointer. Now we're seeing Monroe and Hall pass it back and forth a little bit. Monroe passing out over to Booker.
Travel called again on James for the Tigers.
All right, Blue is coming in for Monroe. Tigers are switching things up. A little less than 2 minutes in this second quarter. Score 17-12 in the Bulldogs' favor. Hawkins with the ball. Hawkins over to Dixon. Dixon back to Hawkins. Hawkins drives in, puts it up for two. No good. Rebounded by Blue. Saw struggle there for a second with Wilcox. Now it goes over to James. James passes back over to Simmons. Out of bounds. Moore will be passing it in for the Bulldogs. Moore over to Hawkins. The Tigers are setting up their defense here. James coming off strong. Hawkins over to Moore, over to Dixon. Dixon over to Wilcox. Wilcox over to Jones. Jones back to Wilcox. Wilcox driving in, puts it up for two. No good. Out of bounds.
It was a good shot.
It was. We have Peoples, though, with the ball right now. He's being guarded by Moore. Peoples passing over to Blue. Blue over to Hall. Hall considered a shot there, but he's going around the top of the arc. Drives in, fakes. And it's up from the corner for the Tigers. We just saw it go up from James. Scores now 17-15. Less than a minute left on the clock in this first half of the game. Hawkins with the ball. He's driving in. Over to Dixon. Dixon over to Wilcox. Back over to Hawkins.
Offensive foul called on Dixon. Peoples takes the ball out. Passes it to Hall. Back to Peoples. Over to Blue.
Hall. Hall puts it up from the top of the arc. No good. Rebounded by Dixon. Dixon over to Jones. Jones over to Moore. Moore puts it up. No good.
Gets his own rebound. Good pass, Dixon. Foul is called on the shot. Number 11, James. Today is just not his day.
Yeah, we are seeing a lot of recurring fouls from James, especially when they're on the offensive, but this time on the defensive. Not only putting Dixon on the line for 2 free throw attempts. 18 seconds left on the clock. This could put them a little bit further ahead from the Tigers as they move into the second half. First one is no good.
Dixon needs to take his time, calm his breath, and shoot the ball. He has one left. Score 17-15, Bulldogs. 18 seconds left on the clock.
It's up.
It's
and
good.
Good free throw.
Blue to people.
Dixon.
Guarded by Hawkins.
Peoples with the ball. He's being guarded by Hawkins. They're just trying to shut down all the Tigers over here. 7 seconds left on the clock.
Travel call on people.
Hawkins with the ball. He's driving in. Over to Jones. Jones puts it up.
No good, but foul call. That's going to take him to the line, shooting for 3. .5 going back on the clock.
Now this is a good opportunity for the Bulldogs here. If they can get a couple more points, they'll be golden moving into that second half. They're already 18-15, so they're leading, but any way to make that lead a little bit larger is always a good opportunity.
Half a second on the clock. Jones on the line. 3 free throws. This could give the Bulldogs the lead they need.
First one is up, no good.
Just short off the front of the rim. He seems to have a lot of supporters in the crowd.
It's up, and it's good. Last attempt here. And it's good. And you could hear the crowd just get so quiet.
Absolutely.
The drop. They were excited for that free throw attempt. Now that buzzer beater was way off from the Tigers, but this concludes the first half. We are 20-15 in the Bulldogs' favor. It'll be interesting to see how they enter the second quarter to maintain their lead and their intensity. Lariah, what do you think we can expect from the Bulldogs based on what we've seen so far?
I think we can expect the Bulldogs to slow down. Holding the ball, lowering their speed, just trying to save time. Maybe even more ball movement to create more opportunities. The more you move the ball, the more the defense falls apart. And then shooting from zones with higher field goal percentages.
All right, well, hopefully we can see that as we move into the second quarter. As for right now, it looks like we'll take a brief break from our broadcast. We look forward to seeing you again once we pick things up in the third quarter.
Hawkins. How does it feel being a freshman on varsity?
You know, it feels good. You know, just grateful for the opportunity that my coaches have gave me, and I'm just grateful for them believing in me.
So, what do you like about coming on to the Steam High Academy's basketball squad?
I like that everybody's hungry. You know, in the last couple years of Steam, you know, they haven't had a winning record, and we're looking to change that this year.
Would you say it was hard to get onto varsity?
I mean, I work for it, so not for real.
Okay, so it's the holiday season. The holidays are coming up, and one of your holidays is coming up, your birthday. Do you plan on doing anything for your birthday?
Most definitely.
Okay, and Christmas is short after that. So what do you want for Christmas?
Probably, you know, some Nike Techs, some shoes, you know, simple stuff like that. You know.
Okay, and last but not least, what is your favorite Christmas song?
Probably Jingle Bells.
Can you sing it a little bit?
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Okay. All right, thank you guys for watching Bulldogs TV, and this is our star, Albert Hawkins. Welcome to
Hello, Bulldog fans. This is Lena Williams coming to you live from the MSB vs. Soldan varsity boys basketball game. Thank you all for watching Bulldogs TV, and I want to tell you about how lively the crowd is. I mean, we have a lot of fans, and I went out through the crowd, and I talked to some of them, and I actually got to talk to one of our star players, Albert Hawkins' sister, London Hawkins. She shared that his confidence has grown with the team, and I love to see it. I mean, these young athletes out here working hard, putting in time. I mean, that's why you're here watching our live broadcast right now. Thank you all for listening. And again, I am Lena Williams with Bulldog TV.
All right, welcome back, Bulldog family. We're entering into this second half of the varsity basketball game, Bulldogs versus the Tigers. Now, right now, the score is 20-15. The Bulldogs are leading, so it'll definitely be exciting seeing how they come back, maintain possession, and just dominate on the court. They definitely have some skills, especially from their underclassmen, Hawkins, Jones, and more. We're going to have Simpson passing the ball in for the Bulldogs. Simpson with the ball.
Passes it to Hawkins.
Hawkins to Wilcox, over to Simpson. Simpson driving in.
Foul called on number 5, Monroe, for the Tigers.
We'll have Moore passing the ball in for the Bulldogs. Moore being guarded by Peoples.
We can already see more ball movement. Hawkins has the ball.
Hawkins driving in. Passes out over to Dixon. Dixon puts it up from the corner, but it's no good. Rebounded there by Shorter. Peoples passing over to Monroe. Monroe driving in. Puts it up, and it's good.
Good pass from Monroe. Hawkins drives. Gives it to Dixon. Dixon drives. Throws it up, and it's good.
22-17 with a little over 7 minutes in this second half of the game, third quarter. We have Peoples with the ball right now. He passed over to Monroe, over to Hall. Hall being guarded by Dixon. Hall passes over to Peoples. Looks like they're the classic duo for the Tigers. Now we have Hall with the ball again, puts it up for 3, and it's good.
Tigers trying to close that gap.
Moore with the ball. Blocked right there. We just saw it get blocked by Booker, go over to Peoples. Put up by Hall, no good. Rebounded by Dixon. Dixon's moving fast. The Hawkins back over to Dixon. Dixon drives in, puts it up.
Travel called on Dixon. The basket is no good.
Monroe passing the ball in for the Tigers. Right now we have Hall with the ball.
Hall taking it slow, bringing the ball up. Hawkins presses the ball over to Peoples. He shoots it. Three's no good. Off the top of the rim.
Rebounded by Moore there. Moore pass back over to Hawkins. Hawkins driving in, giving his team time to reset. Hawkins drives into the middle, puts it up for 2. No good. Rebounded there.
Hey, we gotta get him that rebound.
Foul call.
Mix-up.
Likely was behind the bat. We got some subs. Jones for Moore.
Peoples with the ball. Peoples over to Shorter, over to Hall, who puts it up for 3, no good. Rebounded by Jones. Jones over to Hawkins.
Foul called again on Hall. That brings the Tigers to 2 team fouls. Excuse me.
Simpson passes into Jones, who puts it up easily. 24-20. A little less than 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Hall with the ball being guarded by Hawkins. Hall passes over to Monroe, passes over to Booker. Booker over to Peoples, who puts it up for 3, no good. Rebounded by Monroe.
That's going to be another foul on Dixon, likely. Yes, foul on Dixon. That brings
Now
the
we're
Bulldogs to 2.
Simmons. Simmons just came in for Shorter.
2 team fouls for the Bulldogs.
Oh, look back.
Blocked by Simpson.
Hey, Taylor.
Tigers remain possession. Hall takes the ball out of bounds. Throws it in. Over to Monroe. Monroe guarded by Simpson. Hall gets the ball back again, guarded by Hawkins. Screen set on Hawkins. Charge was called illegal screen. Foul was called on Simmons.
Brooks passing the ball in. He passes into Jones. Long pass there. Jones over to Hawkins. Bounce pass. Hawkins driving in. Puts it up for two. No good. It's rebounded there by Simmons. Simmons driving hard. Passes into Monroe. Monroe over to Peoples. Peoples over to Hall. Hall in.
Travel called on Simmons. Bulldogs have possession of the ball. Score remains 24-20.
Hawkins passing the ball in for the Bulldogs. Into Jones, back over to Hawkins. Hawkins trying to make it past Booker. Hawkins driving in there. He passes out over to Jones. Jones puts it up. No good.
Side of the backboard.
Blue coming in for Monroe for the Tigers.
Simmons passes it to Hall.
Hey, one stop. Hey, they talk for me, baby.
Jones setting up some defense. Hall passes over to Peoples. Peoples looking for his opportunity here.
And a foul is called on Peoples. Bulldogs get possession of the ball.
A full timeout from the Bulldogs. Right now, we see a little over 4 minutes left on the clock. The score is 24-20. Now, the Bulldogs have 2 fouls. The Tigers have 3. They're definitely close here in regards to points and matchup. But the Bulldogs so far have definitely maintained that lead. It's been interesting seeing how they really came back with that strong intensity moving into this second half of the game. Now, Lariah, what do you think the Bulldogs will be doing during this timeout to strategize and make sure that they maintain possession and really dominate on the court during this third quarter?
I think more movement in that full court press. You notice Hawkins bringing the ball up. Yes, he's doing very well, but it's him by itself, and it's stopping how much movement they could be getting. Their goal right now should be try to run the clock and get more points. And to do that, they need to move the ball around more.
Well, hopefully we see some more of that ball movement, especially to throw off the Tigers' defense. Now, they're bringing it back. Again, we have a little bit more than 4 minutes left in this third quarter. We're going to have Hawkins passing the ball in for the Bulldogs. Put up by Hawkins there. Right now we have Booker. He passed over to Hall. Hall driving hard. He passes back over to Booker. He's right outside the arc. Booker drives in, passes back to the outside. We just saw it get put up by Simmons.
Testing. It's good.
Brooks passed the ball in to Hawkins.
Hawkins to Wilcox.
Wilcox to Brooks. Good recovery there. Ball rolling on the court. Recovered by Jones. Jones passes over to Hawkins, who puts it up for three. No good. Rebounded by Hall.
Foul called on Wilcox. That's going to send Hall to the line for two.
Two of us. Now he puts it up, no good. That first free throw attempt there from Hall. He has a second attempt, but we are seeing more. He just came in for Brooks for the Bulldogs.
Now Hall needs to land this free throw in order to get a close on the gap. It'll be essential to the win.
Hall here with this second free throw. A little less than 3 minutes in this third quarter.
Sub for the Tigers.
Monroe coming in for blue.
We have some noise from the crowd. Basket's no good. Ooh. But Simmons gets the rebound and puts it back up. That brings the score to 24-22. Jones bringing the ball down. Moore gets the ball. Back to Jones. Over to Wilcox. Over to Moore. Skip pass to Jones.
Stolen there by Monroe. We have Hall with the ball right now. Jones trying to set up some defense. Had an opening. Not able to get it. Hall drives in. Stolen by Wilcox.
Wilcox bringing the ball down. Stops. Passes it back out to Jones. Over to Hawkins. Hawkins slowing the pace. Trying to run that clock. Hall not pressing the ball. Screen set by Simpson.
Hawkins driving in. Puts it up. No good.
Foul called on the floor.
Yeah, we just saw James go down there. Hawkins will be passing the ball in for the Bulldogs.
Another foul for James.
Hawkins with his first free throw attempt. It's up. No good.
Just off the front of the rim. We have a sub.
Peoples here is coming in for the Tigers. Just came in for Hall. Hawkins with a second free throw attempt. It's up. No good.
Foul was actually on number one, Peoples.
James with the ball. Passes over to Booker.
Jones playing hard defense.
Booker over to Simmons.
Foul call. Foul call on Wilcox. He seems to have reached.
Problem if you go baseline on the floor, rep, on the floor. You a pro hop. That was a pro hop. He wasn't shooting as a jump stop.
Simmons here. 2 free throw attempts coming his way.
Tigers are in their double bonus. They'll be shooting for every foul. First one goes up. No good, short. We started to see a lot more short free throws as the game progresses, especially players who are in the game longer like Hawkins or Jones that get more playing time. Lots of noise from the crowd. Free throws up, and it's good. Simpson takes the ball out over to Hawkins.
Yeah, you were mentioning those free throws. They definitely want to maintain control, both of the ball, but then also of themselves. They don't want to let themselves get too into the moment or upset with the game. The plays have to keep moving because there's always an opportunity for them to keep the play going, racking up those points and ending with a win for the Bulldogs. Now we have Brooks with the ball right now. Less than a minute left in this third quarter. Brooks right under the basket. Over to Moore. Moore out over to Simpson to Jones. Jones over to Hawkins.
Lots of ball movement trying to run the clock. Drives.
Driving up.
And the basket is good. The crowd goes wild.
You can tell that the crowd is loving this right now. The Bulldogs are 26-23, a little over 30 seconds left in this game. Bulldog family, it has been an exciting evening so far. We're about to end the third quarter. First, Hawkins has this free throw attempt.
No good. Brooks goes to rebound the ball.
Goes out of bounds. We'll be going over to the Tigers. We'll have Monroe passing the ball in. James with the ball. He passes over to Monroe. Monroe driving down hard. Puts it up and it's good. Less than 20 seconds.
Score 26-25. Bulldogs leading by 1 point. Jump ball call. Tigers ball. 16 seconds left on the clock. Bulldogs are only up by 1. They need a stop in order to maintain their lead.
Monroe over to James. James driving in fast. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Simpson. Over to Moore. Moore moving fast. Makes a pass to Brooks, goes out of bounds on Peoples.
Sub call.
Booker coming in for Perkins.
Both coaches giving strong instructions to the players.
Moore with the ball, passes into Hawkins. Hawkins trying to set things up, loses control of the ball. Goes over to Monroe, buzzer beater, no good. Well, that ends the third quarter. The score is 26-25. Bulldogs favor, only leading by 1 point. This game is very, very close. We've seen a lot of speed, but we've also seen that kind of go against the Bulldogs' favor. They lost a couple of those balls that are moving a little bit too fast, and that speed they're going to want to control as they work into this fourth quarter, finishing out the game, closing out with a win as they continue with the lead that they already set up in the first 3 quarters of this game.
Now we're showing our Palmies. Showing their team spirit and getting the crowd hype. Our cheerleaders are also hype on the sidelines.
Mr. Lowe, can you see the live stream? Are you able to see the live stream on your end? Okay. My sister was saying she couldn't see it.
It's not on Bulldog TV.
Okay. Okay. Just wanted to check.
I think Mr. Rhodes may have the counter still. So I put it online so we can upload it there tomorrow. But I sent it to you already, to your email, so you can send it to your sister now.
Bulldogs call a time out after a trap was put by the Tigers. Palmy still showing their school spirit. Bulldogs remain possession of the ball. Jones will take the ball out. They seem to be doing a stacked play. Hawkins gets the ball.
Hawkins being guarded by Hall. Hawkins over to Jones. Jones looking for his open pass. He passes into Wilcox, over to Brooks, over to Hawkins, to Jones, who puts up for three. No good.
Just short.
That was some good passing that we just saw. Now we did just have Dixon come in for Brooks. We'll have Peoples passing the ball in for the Tigers.
Bulldogs are likely going to want to focus on scoring. So maybe more threes or Dixon to get more layups.
And we just saw Simmons go to Hall, back over to Simmons. Simmons passed in over to Booker. Booker to Peoples. To Hall. Pass into Monroe. Under the basket, gets a layup. The Tigers have taken the lead for the first time this game. The score is 26-27. The Tigers are leading. Dixon with the ball. He passes over to Hawkins. Jones from the corner drives in. No good.
Foul call on the floor.
Jones going to the free throw line for 2 free throw attempts. That foul was called on Caden Hall of the Tigers.
Hawkins
Apologies,
passes the ball to
passing in
Jones.
there, just a regular foul. Wilcox with the ball over to Dixon. Jones. Dixon over to Hawkins. Into Jones, who puts it up for 2, no good. Rebounded there by Monroe. Jones trying to put up some defense. Jones gets the ball, passes it down to Hawkins, over to Dixon, puts it up for 2. No good. Rebounded by Hall.
Strong defense from the Bulldogs. They're getting more aggressive on offense as the quarter goes by. Tigers are only up by 1. So they're trying to maintain. Ooh, Wilcox going for the lay.
Pass from Peoples.
It's no good. Peoples for the lay. It's good. Score 26-29. Tigers leading.
It's unfortunate that
Jones
did not
swung down the
work
ball.
out for the Bulldogs' favor. But right now we have Hawkins with the ball. The score is 26-29.
Simpson with the ball over to Hawkins. Timeout call for the Bulldogs. Score 29-26. 1 team foul for the Tigers, 0 for the Bulldogs. Full timeout.
Yeah, we just saw a lot of speed. Again, Bulldogs want to maintain control. They had an opportunity there with Wilcox, but it was not able to be solidified. Didn't end up giving the points to the Bulldogs. Instead went to the Tigers' favor instead. That's definitely an issue. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the last quarter of the game. The Bulldogs are down by 3. That's the furthest they've been down the entire game. They didn't get behind until this quarter, so they want to maintain control make sure that they're controlling the ball movement themselves as a team, but then also themselves personally, making sure that they're staying focused in the moment and not getting lost in how the game is going on overall. They still have an opportunity to make it work. Now, before we make it back from this timeout, we just want to remind you, when the game ends, it's not over. We have the post-game report where we'll be talking to the coach and one of the key players from this game. So look forward to the post-game report with Coach Chapman as well as some of our key players from the game. We'll pull them in around the end of this game matchup against the Tigers.
Now the Bulldogs might want to utilize their subs a bit more. Hawkins been playing the whole game. Wilcox fakes, goes in for 2. The floater is good. Score is 28-29. Tigers still leading. Hawkins guarding Peoples. Wilcox steals the ball. Slowing down the pace. Looking for the pass. Over to Jones. Over to Dixon. Dixon to Hawkins. Handoff. Jones gets the ball. Foul call. Bulldogs remain possession.
Moore passing it in for the Bulldogs.
Shorter subbing in. Tigers steal the ball. Foul call. One more. Score remains 28-29. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left. The clock wasn't started.
Strong movement there from both teams. We're going to have Booker passing the ball in for the Tigers.
Three from Peoples. No good. Over the net. Saved.
Simmons putting it up, and it's good. Score is 28-31. A little more than 4 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Foul called on Hall. That's a total of 3 team fouls. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Hawkins gets the ball. Dribbles up the court. To the basket. It's good. Score is 30-31.
Hall with the ball. Taking it in for the Tigers. A little more than 4 minutes left on the clock.
Bulldogs seem to be switching to a man defense.
Hall to Booker. Over to Simmons.
Back to Hall. Screen set on Hawkins. Foul called on Hawkins. His first the whole game, I believe.
Yeah, he has been playing well so far. Now, we did just see for the Tigers, James just came in for Booker.
Moore seemed to be a little too close to the out of bounds. Hall gets the ball.
Dixon playing some defense here.
Dixon really pressing the ball.
Hall passes over to Simmons. Simmons back over to Hall. Hall to Simmons again. Simmons driving in. Pass over to Peoples. Peoples over the corner. James. Back over to Peoples. Peoples driving in. Puts it up for two. No good. Rebounded by Shorter. Rebounded by Dixon. Hawkins with the ball. Hawkins driving in. Puts it up for two. No good. Rebounded by Shorter.
Moore steals the ball. Over to Hawkins. Back to Moore. For three. It's good! Scores 33-31. 2:48 left on the clock.
The crowd is on their feet. The excitement, it's so thick you could cut it in here. Right now we have Hall with the ball being guarded there by Moore.
Tigers call a timeout. 2 minutes and 38 seconds left on the clock. Score is 33-31 Bulldogs. Fourth quarter.
That last three-pointer there from Moore.
Chef's kiss. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that really was needed for the Bulldogs, putting them 2 points ahead, reestablishing their lead, and the crowd loved it. You can tell here at Bulldog Nation, we're very intense when it comes to basketball, and we're seeing a great game here tonight. So hopefully the Bulldogs can maintain that energy that they just had, solidify this. Again, only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. All right, we're moving back out of the timeout. Tigers and Bulldogs coming back on court. Tigers, James passing it in. He'll be guarded by Hawkins.
Now, James has had a few offensive fouls today.
James over to Hall. Hall over to Peoples. Dixon trying to put on some defense here. Peoples passes over to Hall.
Screen set on Jones. Moore picks up Hall.
Hall passes into Monroe. Back over to Hall. Hall over to Simmons.
Guarded by Wilcox. Over to People. Back to Hall. Guarded by Moore. Screen. Three. No good. Rebound by Hawkins.
Hawkins taking the ball back down court. 2 minutes left in this quarter.
Right now they're going to really want to slow down. Looks like they were trying to get the offensive foul. Hawkins just dribbling.
Moving the ball around,
and he
loses control.
loses the ball. .143 left on the clock. Score is still 33-31.
We have Booker coming in for James on the Tigers side. Booker will be passing it in.
With the score this close, they're going to really want to focus on running the clock, both teams. Getting that last game-winning shot.
Hall with the ball. Hall passing out over to Monroe. Monroe comes under the basket, puts it up, and it's good. This ties the Tigers and the Bulldogs, 33-33. Dixon with the ball. Dixon over to Moore. Moore to Jones. Moore puts it up for three, and that's good.
Another one from Moore. A great freshman on the boys basketball team. Score 36-33. 1 minute left on the clock. Hard defense by Hawkins. They need to make sure they're not fouling.
Monroe moving the ball around, being guarded by Dixon. Pass over to Simmons to Hall, who puts it up for three, and it's good.
Score still tied. We might be looking at overtime here. Teams just keep going 3 for 3.
This is a nail-biter, folks. We have Dixon with the ball right now. He passes over to Moore, over to Dixon, over to Hawkins. Hawkins holding the ball.
Hawkins open, waiting for the ball.
Less than 30 seconds left.
Hawkins likely to drive.
Hawkins driving in. Over to Wilcox. Puts it up for two. No good. Rebounded by Jones, who puts it up. No good. Out of bounds off of Moore. 5 seconds left on the clock.
Bulldogs remain possession of the ball. They have a chance to get this win. If not, they will have to go into overtime. Timeout call. Wilcox mislays, really hitting him hard.
Yeah, we're seeing a full timeout from the Bulldogs. 5.4 seconds left. The scores are 36 and 36.
What an amazing last quarter.
Three-pointer after three-pointer, too. It was intense between the Bulldogs and the Tigers.
They're likely going to want to drive and try to pull in a foul from the Tigers.
If they can get those free throw attempts, they'll be golden. As long as at least one of them goes in, breaking that tie, setting them up for success, ending this game in a win for the Bulldogs.
Both teams seem to be strategizing very hard. Now, can we talk about our freshmen, Hawkins and Moore? Really all-round players. Moore scoring those last 2 threes. Hawkins really carrying the game. Great handles, great shots, great baskets.
And we can't forget about Jones either. Jones was doing a really good job about making sure that things were moving around. Those 3 freshmen were really key in this game. It's not something that we see a lot from the underclassmen. And they'll definitely be crucial for this last play as well. We'll have Dixon passing the ball in for the Bulldogs. Dixon in over to Moore, who puts up for 3, no good. Rebound by Dixon.
Bulldogs win the game, 38-36. Winning shot by Dixon. The team is going crazy. Coaches high-fived each other. After 2 losses last year, absolutely, this win means so much to the Bulldogs.
This is definitely going to be a highlight for them. 38-36, ending the game literally as a buzzer beater right there, as the clock ran down to 0, giving them just enough lead to finish it, avoiding going into overtime. This was definitely an amazing game for the Bulldogs. A great way for them to start off their home games this season.
Literally skipped off the court in joy. Amazing game. Offense, defense, the rebounds from Dixon, I mean, it was all great. You can really see the improvement in the team, especially from last year in the record. You can tell that the record's about to increase a lot. They're going to get a higher seeding when it comes to districts, and they'll probably even make it to state this year.
Yes, that's definitely true. Now, again, we mentioned this isn't over. We will have the post-game report with a coach and a key player from the game. So, as we take a brief moment of pause, don't forget, stay tuned. We'll be coming back with that soon. Until then, Bulldog family.
What an amazing game from the Bulldogs.
All right, so we're getting ready for our coach interview right here. But one of the things that we do want to say right now, we have the girls' game coming up this Wednesday. This Wednesday, that girls' varsity game will be coming up, so definitely stay tuned. It'll be an exciting game to see, and if it's anything like this game, we can expect another extraordinary win for the Bulldogs.
We good?
All right. Coach Chapman, thanks for being here with us.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, of course. We're happy to be here with you. Now, I'm wondering, what were you expecting going into this game?
Going into the game, I already knew that we was going to come out with a lot of energy. All right, right now, we was 0-2, so we had a lot of, energy trying to get back into this season and get our first win. So we was excited.
Hey, that's great. We definitely saw that excitement on court. All the players were excited, moving around. That energy was intense.
It was crazy. It was crazy. And then the thing about it, we have a lot of freshmen on the team. So them even having to have a first game like that with the energy being so crazy, it's a good experience moment for them as well. So it was great, man. I loved the whole game. We fought hard, we locked in, and we didn't give up. So good game.
What do you think you'll focus on in the next practice that you have?
Next practice, we locking in on defense for sure. So one thing that we preach a lot is staying hungry, right? So that was a good meal for us, but we can't be satisfied with that win, So we back to the drawing board, detailed up, defense, offense, the whole nine, all right?
Hey, that powerful intensity right there. I mean, we saw it pay off here on court. So we saw a lot of underclassmen players. How have you been helping them stay strong on this varsity team?
My biggest thing for them is to just understand that they're young, so if you go out there and make a mistake, don't be worried about it. You still young, you still got time, and that's expected, right? They're not seniors or juniors, so if they mess up, it's fine. But keep playing and have a next play mentality, all right? So if you mess up, I might yell at you, all right, but don't take it personal. Keep playing, keep hooping, and keep developing, and over time, they'll figure it out.
What will be your main goal for your next game?
My main goal for next game is building off of this game. Honestly, we had a good game today. It was our first win of the season. But again, I want to lock in on this energy and try to play the whole game that we did that last 2 minutes. All right, that last 2 minutes was exciting. It was crazy. It was big shots happening both ways. But that got to happen for the whole 32, So, yeah.
We saw that high intensity right there, and that was super important.
It's a takeover, man. Steam takeover.
Hey, well, we're looking forward to it. We're here for it. We're excited for some more of these home varsity games.
Yeah.
Are there any players that stood out to you from a coaching perspective tonight?
Ooh, that's a good one. For today, I would say that Carmel Moore, a freshman, had some big shots for us. All right, he made those 2 big threes during the heat of a battle, and it really shifted the momentum back to our side. So Carmel made some good plays. AJ played great. Christian made some big shots. Keneal had a good first quarter. Really, the whole team, man. It was a group effort, so I think everybody played pretty well.
Hey, and that's great to hear. You guys really played to that team strength. Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining with us tonight. It was a pleasure to talk with you.
Man.
Great to see that game. And then, Bulldog family, we are really excited that we're able to bring you these broadcasts. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope to bring you another great game moving forward. This Wednesday, the girls varsity game. We can't wait to see you there.
All right. Steam takeover.